Good evening. Alright, today is the 16th of May 2012. My name is Matthew Ewing. Last week, 8 days ago, we covered epicenter existence and understanding the nature of interacting with reality based on the epicenter of who you are being the focal point and the starting point of your conscious awareness, and your interaction from there outwards being interaction with vessels that are not in fact you, but are in essence in collaboration with you towards the joint effort of experiencing life, incarnation, density. We're going to take that a step further. I realize that so many things that for me are a process of discussion, often for others, they have no way of tangibly reconciling the idea, the concept, with the interactive nature of their reality. What I mean by that is, if you're still living your life where it feels like you're reacting to things that are happening to you instead of generating the things that are happening within you, then it would be difficult to translate a concept like epicenter consciousness into tangible applications. So what I decided to do was hone in on the exercises that I do on a daily basis subconsciously, or rather as a part of my natural mode of operation, that if you do them consciously will bring you into the alignment that you need. They break down into 3 different exercises. There's one for the body. It's called cellular construction. It's predicated on this fact. These bodies that you think are one solid organic whole and a representation of who you are in fact not one thing at all. They are trillions. It is literally trillions of cells that have biomeshed in such a way to create different component structures of your body. I could prove this to you. If you look at a growing human, they start as just the egg, and then the egg is fertilized with the sperm, and then it grows into 4 clusters, and then that cluster duplicates over and over and over again until trillions of cells are created from that one initial cell. Those trillions of cells constitute individual life forms, and this is what cellular construction means. It means that your innate construction, or the construction of your body, is a biomesh organic weave of cellular structures that are consciously aware of their participation in your experiential reality. It's much easier to begin the process of understanding epicenter consciousness through interacting with your vessel and understanding the oneness and the oneness nature of your own existence, of your own construction. In essence, the answers for all the questions were actually given to you if you look within first. So let me explain to you how to do that. If you're running, realize what muscles are active during the process of your running, and then move your consciousness to not the normal areas that you would spend it in. Don't stay in your mind. Instead, move to your feet as they hit the pavement, as they spring. Any exercise that you do, any motion, even to include sexual activity, move your consciousness into the areas that normally don't receive your conscious attention, and allow your consciousness to spread into that area. As a friend would, ask it, what are you going through? What are you experiencing? And then open yourself up to receive the information as that portion of your cellular construction is experiencing it. And then fine-tune that interaction Start spending time, just conscious time, being your lungs as they receive the breath, being your throat, being your tongue, being your bones, just your muscles, your heart pulse as it races through your body. If you can spend time with the cellular structure of your body, with each one of the cells individually, what you find is that when you reintegrate into the whole, it is harmonized and it is potentiated. It's appreciative of your attention, and it grows in intensity and purification because of it. Then you can start an interaction platform. You can start realizing how you best enjoy interacting with the cellular nature of your body. And you can create a platform for that interaction and let your cells know that if they want to address you, if they have something that would either be a benefit to the overall experience or a benefit to the individual cell, that they can address that platform. It's kind of like the freaking the suggestion box at your job, except for the fact that this actually works and people will read it. And I know this works because I set it up myself. What I mean is this: when I go to my heart or my stomach, because more people have stomach problems than they do heart problems, so, well, that's not necessarily true, but with the stress of the environment, more people spend a lot of time with angst and anxiousness. What I've done is I've set up an interaction model where it's okay for my stomach, my angst, to address me as the consciousness and let me know why it is that it's distressed. Now I don't have to spend my time, literally the time that is allotted to me in a given day, trying to run around in circles and figure out what's going on. Instead, every time something is happening, every time there's a significant experience, either that my cells want to share with me or that I want to share with my cells, I already have an interaction platform that allows for that experience with the buffercation necessary for me to not be identified with it. It's important that you understand the difference between identification with a portion of who you are and identifying with a portion of who you are. One is a process of sympathetic interaction, and one is a process of empathetic interaction. One says, you're not me, but I'm going to attempt to be a part of you. One says, everything is a part of me, and I'm going to align with you for a specific amount of time in order for us to join together and experience together, to the benefit of both, and ultimately to the benefit of the whole. And that's what this is going to basically allow you. It's going to allow you an integration apparatus. It's going to allow you to learn a lesson on multiple levels from one interaction. And there is no more efficient model to living your life than that. I heard a quote once that says, a smart person learns from their own mistakes. A genius learns from others. Now apply that in realizing that those others also include your body's experiential nature. It means that in every experience that you have, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, emotional, spiritual, or like psychic, there are lessons for each layer of your existence, each facet of who you interact with. Meaning your body can take something away specifically from a yogic practice, but so can your mind, and so can your spirit. They can all take something away from the act of running, from the act of making love. Each one of them are invested into that experience and are looking to draw and interact with it in a different manner that is unique to who they are. See, when you stop viewing these things as yourself, you stop dictating the way that they're supposed to react. You stop telling your body, this is how you're supposed to feel in this given situation. This is how you're supposed to think. See, that's the flaw with people who say it's the power of positive thinking. Well, see, the thing is, you're not your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You're not your mind or your thoughts. So to ignore versions of thoughts because they're viewed as negative is to misunderstand the fact that your mind chooses its own thoughts based on how it wants to experience reality. If you want to encourage certain types of thoughts because you believe they are beneficial for your mind, then let your mind know that. You don't dictate to your mind what's okay for it to think and what it's not. It's much like having a child. And I don't mean that... No. It's much like having a child in the sense that the most harmonious interaction with a child is not that which you say, you know what, I know better than who you are because you're little and you don't have anything, you don't really know anything, so I'm going to tell you what you should be doing. As opposed to saying, listen, I have a perspective that I've gained through the act of integrated observation. I can see the bigger picture, and because of that, I can offer you a different path towards doing what you enjoy doing, but gaining more out of it. If you're going to play in such a way that it's also going to help you become more intelligent. A shift has happened. A shift has taken place within me. But also, I realize that it's not within me. It's within the full facet of who I am, which encompasses the whole of the universal experiential reality that I'm a part of. Mainly my body and the people that interact with my body, the people that interact with the voice that emanates from my body, which would be you, the people who interact with the ideas that are generated by my voice. Now, I realized, truly, once I donned the role that I had crafted for myself through patient choice and cumulative action, that it wouldn't be enough for me to just tell you guys, tell the people who have chosen to listen, the way that I view the world, and to give you modalities and things like that. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you the power of living as an integrated collection of individuals. Because that's what I am. I am an integrated collection of individuals that lives in an integrated collection of individuals. It starts inside my epicenter, and then I realize the interaction model of interacting with my cells in such a way, then by the time I look out and I see all of the people of the world, and they're just cells as well, I already know how to interact with them. I already know how I can most harmoniously interact with them in such a way that we can bring forth the most splendid manifestations. And I'm going to show you that. I'm going to prove it to you. I mean, I don't mean in the sense of, oh, I'm great, but I want you to know that I'm not just the type of person who talks it. I live this. I really do. It makes huge and tangible differences in the magical nature of my reality. That magic has taken shape in something that I call the spectrum, and I will spend time elaborating on this more for you. But for right now, I need you to understand that there's something coming. There's a storm brewing, and I'm sitting at its eye, and I'm gaining in potentiation. And when it breaks, when it's time for people to be invited into that reality, I want you to realize that you've been in it from the very beginning. The moment that you heard my voice and you said, you know what, there might be something here that is different than what I've been experiencing, that might have the clues or the keys to living the version of reality I want to live. I believe it does, and I know it does for me. I'd like to show you how it could interact outside of you and then help you to put it to work on your own. I love you. Bye.